Hi everyone, I'm Anvini and welcome back to my channel. I recently decorated a few spooky/villainous rooms for this Halloween season in Disney Dreamlight Valley. I really enjoy decorating rooms and coming up with new interesting concepts. We have so many decor items in the game that can only be used indoors. Plus, there is nothing spawning inside the houses, so no cleanup needed. You can try a lot of different themes and styles when designing rooms. And all of that stays contained within one room. With every update, we are getting an influx of new items, and sometimes I like to come back to old designs and improve them. So let me show you what I got. This room has started as a Dalma Shak inspired by Pirates of Caribbean. I started it back when we got a lot of pirate theme items in Adventure in Neverland Star Path and Peter Pan update. I recently also added more witchy stuff from this current star path, and I love how it turned out. It made the biggest difference when we were finally able to change the ceiling texture, even if it's all the same as the floor. It just looks so much better all around when the ceiling is matching the rest of the environment. And I really like how the dark wood looks with all the plants in this room. It makes it look like it's a dark witchy apothecary.
To the secret lab! Pull the lever, Crunk. Wrong lever! Huh? Why do we even have that lever?
Well, that was actually the correct lever because we are in Yzma's lab. And that's right, I got her outfit. I could not resist to cosplay Yzma in my valley. And how rude was that my dream snap that I took exactly in here made only 1500? It was probably Maui's fault, to be honest. What else is new? He was supposed to be my Kronk, but it didn't work out, so I'm on the look for a next model. And yes, I put as many cauldrons here as I could fit because I'm obsessed with the smoke rolling out of it, especially now that we can even change the color of the cauldron. It even matches all the potion bottles and cupboards and these inside-out memory orbs that I put in these floating bubbles. This room is my remake of the Wild West Saloon room that I had since last year. I don't think we have that many items for this theme, so it doesn't really scream Wild West, but it's got the general vibe, I think. And this dress from Premium Shop reminds me of something they would wear in a cabaret in the Wild West back in the day. I also got a couple gentlemen here dressed in some kind of an early 20th century fashion. The best thing is these new staircases they started adding recently when it's basically an attachment, different shape add-ons to the wall instead of a regular door. I really want them to expand on that idea, and possibly we could get extensions to our rooms as an attachment. They would help to make the room bigger and change the shape of the room. That way we could have more space for layouts to put more furniture and large decor items. Right now the biggest we can go is a 12 by 12, and decorating these square rooms could feel very limiting. This Witchy Room was initially a Sanderson sisters cottage. Now, after this wishful thinking star path, it's overflowing with all these gorgeous witchy items. I might have went a little bit overboard with the floating candles here. My excuse is that this interior is very dark and the candles are bringing a lot of light and soft glow. This is honestly one of my favorite rooms. I love using it for dream snaps. I can even swap the cauldron since now we have 3 different cauldrons with animations. The black cauldron that we just got as a reward from the Haunted Floating Festival looks awesome. The design of the cauldron looks exactly like the one in the movie, and it also has the unique animation from the rest of the cauldrons. This room is inspired by What We Do in the Shadows movie and TV show. I loved it so much. It's campy and funny, especially if you like vampire stories. So for this room, I wanted to go with all the dark finishes and furniture with some smaller accent lights. For the main color, I wanted to use all the dark red tones, velvet materials, a dark wood, and my favorite curtains, of course. These corner-shaped curtains are from Mulan collection in the Scrooge's store, and I need it in all the colors. So this room looks kinda like their house. Dark, macabre, full of antiquities, but it's also got warmth to it and coziness. The Evil Queen's throne room from Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. I mostly wanted this room to match this iconic outfit from Scrooge's store. To sit here on this throne and wait for the day when the real queen is going to join the valley. Now that we know all the characters that are coming in the new Wish Blossom Ranch DLC, I'm kinda sad that Evil Queen is not going to be there. If they are separating Snow White and Evil Queen, that means we are never gonna have many encounters in their respective quests and any story in the future updates. We are never gonna have the same storyline with them as we got for Maleficent and Aurora, because Snow White is going to be locked behind that DLC. We might get a super short quest like we got for Rapunzel and Flynn, but I think that's about it. I just really wished for these two characters to have a unique intertwined storyline in the valley, and possibly even similar banter between them, like in so many videos from Disneyland. Wouldn't that be cool? I always love to see the random conversations happening between characters when passing by. They drop random Easter eggs and references to the movies. This room is inspired by The Coven, the third season of American Horror Story, and that iconic all-white interior in the Miss Robichaud Academy. This was the perfect opportunity to try to put together a lot of light color furniture with some dark accents, like these Cinderella bookcases, and the stone columns and fireplace from Storybook of Ale were a perfect match. This dress completed the look for this design. Just a simple black glittering dress, what could be more elegant? I used to get mostly houses and decor items from the premium shop, but now they're coming out with these awesome outfits that makes it hard to pass on them if you got some moonstones. Especially since these outfits end up sparking some ideas for builds with different aesthetics. Of course, I didn't forget about the latest update, returning to the Beast Castle. This room is inspired by the Beast's room in his villain era. Unfortunately, we never got his portrait as a decor item, the one from the movie that he ripped with claws. It would fit so nicely in here, but at least these columns and stone vines are adding to the dark fantasy vibe. And the enchanted rose makes it recognizable as what this room should be. This staircase is Lumiere's friendship reward, and it's another one of these room extensions that come as a door replacement. It helps to visually add more space to the room. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's a high quality item. There is a clipping going on, it has a scaling issue, and it looks very low poly, which means there is not enough geometry in a 3D model for it to look smooth and more realistic. It is very noticeable when comparing to premium shop items like this Royal Blossom piano, which comes as a part of a Once Upon a Dance Dream Bundle. This room is a Cosworth workshop that I did for this year's Dreamtober challenge. It is a challenge hosted by Doing Dev Things and Lady Silverson on TikTok and Instagram. It is the same as Inktober, but for Disney Dreamlight Valley, when we have a collection of themes for the month of October. The idea for this workshop was to decorate it with all the clocks that we have in the game. Honestly, I thought we had many more clocks than you see here, but indeed all of them are here. Even though some of them are fairly large, it doesn't look like that many clocks. This room is filled with light and gold elements combined with warm wood finishes. I was really happy how it turned out. This Rococo craftsman desk on the back is Cosworth Friendship Reward. It's my favorite item of this update. It is also a crafting station, a very beautiful and detailed item, one of the best quality items in this update in my opinion. Beast's Castle Dining Room. This room is inspired by that part in the movie when Lumiere sings "Be Our Guest." Here I have most of the items from the Beauty and the Beast collection, plus anything that would help this interior to look more royal and elegant, like the banquet tables from the Storybook Vale. Also, I'm so happy that we got to keep the date night table from the Beauty and the Beast quest, and that we can put it indoors as well. I wish the developers would go back and give us all the items from the old quests. There are so many that we didn't get to keep from the early game days, and even from Storybook Vale. For example, we never got to keep Merida's quest items. Well, this was so much fun to design and showcase all these rooms. I have so many more ideas to implement. I can't wait to see all the new items that the new DLC and the Cinderella update will bring. I'm very excited for these new decorating features. They are bringing like these doors and windows extensions to the rooms. I can't wait to see more. I hope you enjoyed this room tour. If you did, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone.